nicely, everybody. Hey, Tara. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for joining us. I know you're not feeling 100% today.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Happy to see you. And it's Lillian. Oh, look, my theatre fam is all here. Yes. We're only missing one today, whose name I cannot pronounce, but I do love him in spite of that. Okay, so let's get started. So today, hey, Lillian. Hello, gorgeous. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
You got a haircut.
I'm still not sure about how to find these scripts.
I've just posted the links in the chat. If you scroll up in the chat, yeah, it's there. So you don't have to print it or anything. You just can have
That's
it open
fine.
online.
Oh, it's there now.
I'm loving your
not
look.
seeing it in the chat.
It just scroll up. It should say, Blade Runner, Ex Machina. The links there. That links to the script.
It. Okay.
No?
I'll look again.
Can someone? No. Okay. Can someone paste it to Lillian directly in the chat, please?
Yeah, I'll send it to her.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure it's my mistake, whatever.
It's probably me being old.
No, I think some people, so what we have is a continuous chat. So every meeting you see everything from before, but I think some people, depending on like the edition.
Yeah, it's probably just me being old. It's fine.
Yeah, so yeah, you should be able to see it.
Something's come up. Thank you. Yes, something's come up. Open link.
Something has
Here
come
we go.
up. Yeah, something is there. Wonderful. So we are going to start with scene 1 of Blade Runner, and the first casting we have the lovely Divya reading Holden. We have Brett reading Leon, and in this scene, as you probably all should know, if you're science fiction fans, is Leon is a replicant who doesn't want to be found out. And he's one of the lower quality replicants, sorry, Brett, who is, is just used for labor. So he's not terribly bright. Holden is an interrogator. Now, the interesting way in which the film has done this scene, now we can take it in a different direction, is that if you look at the Holden character, he's kind of the way they made him all shiny and perfect and slick. The implication is that he is a replicant himself and doesn't know it. So that's one way people have read the scene. So, as you've seen, I've got Erica and Audra reading. I've got Michael, I don't know if he's joining, and Lillian reading. So it could go many different ways. So let's see what your interpretation is going to be like. Brett, are you ready to go? And Divya?
Shona, do you want me to present the script on the screen?
Yeah, actually, that's thank you. Yes, that's a good idea. Here we go, is the boss.
And I lost my chat. Where are we starting?
We're starting scene 1. So just we're only doing the dialogue though. Nobody's reading the narration, just the dialogue. So go down a bit. A bit more. But I'm sure Brett and Divya, have you got the script on your screen as well?
Yeah.
I've got it on paper.
Divya, you need to be louder, darling. I can't hear you. All right. Okay, a bit louder, I think, if you can.
Okay, I'll try to be.
Oh, she's going to be too sweet as Holden. Let's see how that works. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. All right, and so we've got Leon comes and sits down, and Holden is the interrogator who's a bit restless and whatever. And take it away. Start. Leon.
Is it okay if I talk? I get kind of nervous when I take tests.
Please don't move.
Sorry. I already had an IQ test this year, but I don't think I've ever had it.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Answer quickly as you can. You are in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down and see a...
Oh, what one?
What?
Oh, what desert?
Doesn't make any difference what desert. It's completely hypothetical.
But how come I'd be there?
Maybe you're fed up. Maybe you want to be by yourself. Who knows? So you look down and you see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you.
A tortoise? What's that?
Know what a turtle is?
Of course.
Same thing.
I've never seen a turtle.
But I understand.
But I understand what you mean.
You reach down and flip the tortoise over on its back, Leon. You make these questions. Sorry.
You make these questions, Mr. Holden, or they write them down for you?
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it can. Not without your help. But you're not helping.
What you mean I'm not helping?
I mean, you're not helping. Why is that, Leon?
And cut.
Did I get?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it just gives us something to think about as we discuss it. Hey, Michael, you're up next, darling. Are you up for it?
Hello, yes, yeah, sorry. I think I'd
Yes.
figured this tech out by now, and
So
always
you're
something.
reading with. Have we still got Lillian? Lillian, darling, you're up. You're reading. Michael, you're Leon, which should be interesting. Lillian's going to
just
be an
open the
amazing
script
Holden.
now.
I just know she's going to kill it. She is totally going to kill it.
Yeah, so I just opened up the script. What page is this scene on again?
It's page 2, basically. Page 1 is the first scene.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I'm just trying to find it.
It's the
Trying to
first
get back.
scene.
Yes, starting with okay if I talk.
Yes, that's right. And Noah is very helpfully sharing it. So.
Oh yes,
and I'm reading Holden, yeah?
You are.
And remind me, Holden is the replicant that doesn't know.
No, Holden is the interrogator.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that cute? Lillian actually doesn't know the scene. This is brilliant.
This I'm doing it cold as well, but I like doing cold actually. So
you have seen Michael. Sorry, no,
I've seen it. Of
You've
course,
seen
yeah.
the film. You've seen the film.
Yes.
You know it.
Love it.
Like all of us.
I've seen it, but it was like 30 years ago.
That's really it's very cute, Lillian. It's really cute. Let's see what it does. Let's go.
Okay.
It's like I feel like we're taking the piss. Anyway, so ready, let's go. Leon.
Okay if I talk. I kind of get nervous when I take tests.
Don't move.
Sorry. Already had an IQ test this year, but I don't think I never had a.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Answer as quickly as you can. You're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down and see a...
What one?
What?
What desert?
Doesn't make any difference what desert. Is completely hypothetical.
But how come I'd be there?
Maybe you're fed up. Maybe you want to be by yourself. Who knows? So you look down and see a tortoise.
A tortoise? What's that?
Crawling towards you. You know what a tortoise is? A turtle is.
Of course.
Same thing.
Never seen a turtle. But I understand what you mean.
You reach down and flip the tortoise on its back, Leon.
You make these questions, Mr. Holden, or they write them down for you.
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it can't. Not without your help. but you're not helping.
What do you mean I'm not helping?
I mean, you're not helping. Why is that, Leon?
Brilliant. I love it. I just knew Lillian was going to kill it. You see, this is why you get cast in this kind of role. You're just too fucking good. It's like, I was getting chills. I would totally be like, yes, I'm a replicant. Sorry, I'm good. Very good, both of you. Great. Yes. I enjoyed that very much. Since we don't have, who do we not have? We don't have Erica yet. Do we have Erica?
No, she'll
do
be
not
here in just a few minutes.
So are you okay, Audra, to take it away as Holden? Because I will have poor Ethan. Ethan, are you with us? Can you do Leon?
Yeah, you can hear me okay, right?
I can hear you very well. Your gorgeous voice is coming through very well. Thank you. So yeah, Ethan is now the replicant who doesn't want to be found out, and Audra is the terrifying. Okay, don't let me put thoughts in your head. You could be a sweet interrogator. Ethan could be a nasty replicant. Who knows? Just do your thing. Whatever you want to do. But yeah.
Sorry, I think I missed who am I playing?
You're playing Leon the replicant in scene 1.
Okay, I'm
page
sorry.
2 and 4. Scene 1, page 2 to 4. Have you seen the film, Ethan?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it recent? A long time ago.
It's been about a decade, but
oh my god. Okay, he's in.
I've seen
Lillian's
2049
shoes.
recently, but yeah, it's been about a
no.
decade.
We don't talk about 2049. in this group. We don't talk about that. Thank you. We are serious fans here. Okay, ready? And have you got the script, darling? Ethan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and we're ready to go. So Leon speaks first.
And Shona, when I'm presenting the script, you can see their faces if you move to the other screen.
What other screen?
If you swipe or change your view, you'll be able to see. You can set it to where you see the screen and then like them on the right side of your screen, or you can set it to speaker view where whoever's speaking is maximized.
Okay, all right.
You want to try it first?
Yeah, just you can present the script and let's have a go. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Are you waiting on me?
Shona, you're muted.
Yes, we are waiting on you, Ethan.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Together. No, that's fine. Probably my fault. Anyway, yeah, and go.
Okay, if I talk. Kind of get nervous when I take tests.
Don't move.
Sorry. I already had IQ tests this year, but I don't think I've ever had a...
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Answer quickly as you can. You're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down and you see a...
What one?
What?
What desert?
Doesn't make any difference what desert. It's completely hypothetical.
But how come I'd be there?
Maybe you're fed up. Maybe you want to be by yourself. Who knows? So you look down and see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you.
Tortoise, what's that?
Know what a turtle is?
Of course.
Same thing.
I've never seen a turtle. But I understand what you mean.
You reach down and flip the tortoise over on its back, Leon.
You make these questions, Mr. Holden, or they write them down for you.
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping.
What you mean I'm not helping?
I mean, you're not helping. Why is that, Leon?
Wow, I got so immersed in that, I totally forgot to unmute myself. That was great fun. I love that, Audra. I mean, I'm sorry, but you're definitely a replicant in that one. And I think Ethan is not a replicant, he's a human. You know, he's too messed up and too human to be a replicant. So yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Who you cast and how they read totally changes the story for you. Okay, we've had 3 readings. Now I would like your feedback on how this was written and how it was read, because as you know, at the end of today, we are going to write our own scenes and monologues, and we will read them next time. Or not, you know, whoever wants to write can write. So can we have some reactions, please, to the reading? Yes, Shrestha.
Yeah, I really liked. I think in the first one I really couldn't hear, but I feel in the second and the third one performed was really nice. Was very nice to see how both of them, how Lillian and I forget the name. Audra, hi. Both of them were like so strict. I got scared, to be honest. And I really liked how Michael was also like, he was really very scared and how he was answering. And both the actors actually, Isan as well, superb. And Brett as well. I just couldn't hear Divya, but I know like the intensity she put in, that was very good. So yeah, it was a very good start after a long time. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, first of all, you switch genders and you switch tones. Each actor, whoever is the reader, has a tone and a character and a presence that they bring with them. And sadly, that carries over into the character you're reading for and the character you're playing. And we, being humans ourselves, are influenced, you know, our reading of the story is influenced by that. So, you know, when you're casting or you're directing something, it's always good to keep in mind. Don't just cast a pretty face. Yes, Tara? I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, that part. I'd love to see Audra and Brett read it together, but pick up the pace because they're he's stumbling, he's nervous, she's not putting up with his shit, like, and to get that, you know, elevated up a bit because like there's a sense of a power play here, you know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you know, and then, you know, so Audra's character is establishing, like, I'm asking the fucking questions. Okay. You answer me. Is the turtle there? Do you know what a like, and I just see Brett trying to like stumble on like, yeah, I know. And him almost getting frustrated because he doesn't know what's going on. I don't know. I just thought, because I love
interesting. Yeah.
But I just thought like upping the ante a little bit, for the power play. I don't know. That was just
absolutely. Okay, let's try the power play thing. But if you will all bear with me for a moment, Megan, are you able to read for Leon?
Sure
I'm going to try something interesting here. Okay, ignore the narration. But yes, Noah.
Naveed has had his hand up for a while.
Oh, Naveed, I'm sorry. I'm so fucking blind. Yes, Naveed, darling, go ahead.
Hi. Out of the 3 readings, the third one is the one I'm actually hearing music for in my head. Out of the 3 readings, the third one is the one I'm actually hearing the music score in my head. Question for Audra. You do voiceovers as well, or like animation?
Here comes a job offer.
Yes.
Because that's her voice in my head. It sounds perfect for that role. You know, the very authoritarian kind of, you know, where she puts it across. So when they were reading, I literally was hearing not of course the original score. I might actually hear something totally different, but definitely with that third one, I was hearing the music score in my head. How that could feel.
It's interesting that you hear the music in your head when they're reading. This is why we have you, and we have such a variety of different filmmakers here, because everyone has a different reaction to the scene. I mean, I would love to know from you what the music was. Maybe we can talk later. But yes, so Megan and Audra, are we ready?
Oh,
Ready.
are we doing
So
it
when
again?
we are doing it again, darling. There was like, did you not hear the encore? Yes. So
And Megan, you're playing
Megan, you're on
Leon?
first. You're Leon. Yes, Megan's Leon.
Okay, if I talk, I kind of get nervous when I take tests.
Don't move.
Sorry. Already had IQ test this year, but I don't think I never had a
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Answer quickly as you can. You're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down and see
what one?
what?
What desert?
Doesn't make any difference what desert. It's completely hypothetical.
But how come I'd be there?
Maybe you're fed up. Maybe you want to be by yourself. Who knows? So you look down and see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you.
A tortoise? What's that?
Know what a turtle is?
Of course.
Same thing.
I never seen a turtle. But I understand what you mean.
You reach down and flip the tortoise over on its back, Leon.
You make these questions, Mr. Holden, or they write them down for you?
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping.
What do you mean I'm not helping?
I mean you're not helping. Why is that, Leon?
That was beautiful. I didn't know that kind of totally took the scene in a different direction, didn't it, guys? I mean, it just, for a change, the original scene, you feel intimidated by Leon and worried for Holden. Now I feel intimidated by Holden and worried about Leon, because Megan's playing it. Isn't it interesting? Yeah.
Totally. I think Megan's choices had some like timid nervousness to it. It brought
a lot of innocence.
Yeah, it brought a new layer.
Yes, Shreyasta, you had a question, darling?
No, I just said that I just loved how shaky Megan's voice was, and like the pauses and everything. It was perfect. And Audrey, when she said same thing, so like she was totally pissed, and she was like, you could feel like subconsciously she's trying to portray that she's really pissed, and I really loved this one. This this reading I feel was the best so far.
Interesting. It's interesting, isn't it, how we all react to the same story differently. But if you think Megan's like vulnerable and sweet, wait till you see her read Ex Machina. I know she'll bring it. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Wonderful. So can we have some thoughts about, hey, Erica, darling, you're just a few minutes too late, but we will have you read something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to work, so I pulled over as soon as Audra bitched at me. But of course, she didn't wait. Never mind that I might lose my job if I don't get to the airport on time. But no,
oh no,
wait for me.
Your job.
Whatever.
We love you. We love you very much.
Whatever.
We need
No,
to see
that's okay.
you.
I am sending you my shrink bills. I expect a tiara. It was my birthday and I didn't get anything. So.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's okay. You all can get me the same thing you got me last year. Just put it in better wrapping paper.
Wonderful.
Right.
So
I got
yeah, so now we are.
Yes, and welcome.
Oh God, it's her. Look, I'm done doing your bidding. I have to go to work now.
Okay, darling, it's fine.
All right,
we shall
bye.
see you later if
Sorry,
you can.
bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye. So, okay, we're talking about if we were to devise our own scenes. I'd like to hear from Michael. and Eason, who are, I know, Eason, I don't know if you want to talk, but I know they're going to be shooting and writing their own stuff at some point. So if you were to devise a scene like this for yourself, where you're being interrogated, and you are, remember the story that we are developing, you're an alien who doesn't remember that they're an alien, but there's something going on with them. How do you see that scene happening?
Well, I feel like there's got to be some form of physicality just within the interrogation itself. I like the idea of a balance of power between the two people in the interrogation. One thing I was thinking about, I don't know if y'all have seen the Battlestar Galactica reboot, but in that first season, there's a really, really, really great interview or interrogation between someone who is a Cylon and someone who is just a regular human, but there's always like this balance of power because of this unknown, because that kind of like this, there's synthetic people out there that are kind of infiltrating everything. So that balance of power that I'm talking about comes with the information that's revealed and how it trickle flows through the conversation, but it's also just a kind of battle of rhetoric, like how I like the idea that both sides maintain some sort of like, if I'm withholding information, then I've got this upper hand. But that was kind of the in my mind, that's like a great interrogation scene, but it kind of matches this criteria. So I'm done speaking.
Thank you. Michael?
Yeah, the premise of the non-human entity trying to comprehend their own existence. When I was thinking about it, my brain was going to theater school. I studied theatrical clown at one point, and which is far from like circus clown. The idea more like hospital clown, where like you literally all you need is the nose. And then you become this therapeutic kind of clown. The way theatrical clowns, the ideology is that you connect with your inner child, you connect with the innocence, but also the wonder and the awe that children experience the world with, because everything they see is brand new. So like the idea of like a 4-year-old seeing a big bubble for the first time, like that might as well be Jesus, like that might as well be God itself, because they've never seen something so beautiful, they've never seen that wonderment. And then you kind of extrapolate that and go like, okay, now connect with your inner child and experience the world as if everything you're seeing is the first time. And that doesn't mean it's always amazing. That can sometimes mean it's absolutely terrifying. And it doesn't have to be scary things that are terrifying. It can be literally anything, because we all consume and react to this world in different ways. So when we got 30 of these clowns together in theater school, if a bubble appeared in the room because the professor made something happen, half the class could be in awe of it, half the class could be in utter terror of it, because that was the impulse they had. I was thinking about these things because of this alien entity who doesn't know their own existence or the world around them. So I was thinking about how a child would react, because in an interrogation scene, like if you have a young child coming into a police station, and instead of the police going like, okay, like we're gonna hold your hand and like why don't you like carefully point them out on the line, they're actually interrogating this child as if they're an adult. So obviously the child would understand like there's an authority here that I should respect, but I don't understand why. I don't understand
I
who
like
they
that.
are.
Michael, I like that take. You know what? We're going to try that in our next scene. I will get one of the actors who's reading it to do the take, as if they're not a child, but they are childlike. And the scene that we're about to do. So that's going to be really interesting. Having said that, sorry to cut you short, sweetie.
No, I can go long, so cut me off.
I know you can go long. I know very well. But we love your thoughts. That's why we invited you. If it's possible, I would like you to write a scene that our actors will then read next Sunday. Okay. Michael. So can you make it like 1 or 2 page, about as long as this scene that we just read, the first scene from Blade Runner, okay? And keep it focused on dialogue, so the actors have something to chew on, so it's not narration, okay? And the same people you see here, and maybe some more exciting people as well, will join us, and we'll work through that. So, okay, so the next scene, anybody else have any inputs? Noah? Mr. Producer?
I think, I think if you look at the simplicity of visually what we're seeing, it's not a very complex scene as far as what the scene description is asking for, and that helps you understand the complexity as it unfolds and the dialogue and the relationship between the two. So I think if you're looking to replicate, this scene in a way that's also sci-fi, also complex, and introduces a self-aware entity, look for that as well. What are ways that you can unfold the complexity of the two without being visually complex? I think that's a lot of times when, especially amateur writers, when they're writing sci-fi, they go for as complex visually as possible, but then the storytelling falls flat because there's not a lot of layers to it. But there's a lot going on here, and I think the simplicity of the scene itself adds to the complexity of what's going on, which makes the audience listen, which makes it suspenseful, and makes them want to know what's going on.
Brilliant. Everybody should know that Noah is a script coach, and he's also a mentor. So his advice is really worth gold, I would say, worth its weight in gold. Audra, you are also going to be writing a scene for our actors to read next week. I can't wait to see what you're going to write. And I don't know, have we lost Divya? Oh no, that's a shame. I will tell her she will also write one. Oh no, Divya, you're there. There you are.
Yeah.
So you will also, yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, just a quick thing. I was just imagining the same scene with a different kind of a different tone. If you remember Silence of the Lambs, the first time when Clarice meets Hannibal Lecter, and the conversation that they have. If just imagine the same dialogues where Leon being Hannibal Lecter, there's so much to be unleashed. The way he talks, everything that she comes to know about him is through the calm tone of him talking, but a lot of intense dialogues. So I kind of love that. Something that's so cruel, extreme level of cruelty, but the way he talks, so calm. A lot of peace of mind when he talks. So I don't know, something, if we can write something similar to that.
You write it. You write it, my dear. We would love to read that. And so this is why we have you, because I know that at heart you're a complete cineast and a complete geek, just like me. I mean, none of us came up with that. That's a fucking brilliant scene. I've studied it, to the depths. It's amazing. So yeah, you write it, and our actors will read it next week. I can't wait to see. Brilliant. So yes, and I know that not everybody knows each other. Divya is a filmmaker from India. She's in Bangalore, and she's 2 of her films, which she does. She's so fucking humble. Like, come on, Divya. 2 of her films are on Prime. Okay, 2 of her films are on Prime. They're Tamil films, which is why nobody makes a big. But it's like fucking amazing, lady. Come on. Okay, so yes, you see, people get it. Yes, thank you. Okay, so next we are on to this amazing scene from Blade Runner, the White Conf test, which first one we've got Elle Anthony reading Deckard and Megan reading Rachel. And Megan's going to do something different this time, I'm sure. And we are, who reads first? I think Deckard reads first. Are we ready? Elle, are you ready?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you very well,
Yeah?
yes.
Cool. Okay.
Megan, you ready?
Ready?
All right, darlings, and go.
Ready?
Go ahead.
You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I wouldn't accept it. Also, I'd report the person who gave it to me to the police.
You have a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I'd take him to the doctor.
You're watching TV, and suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
I'd kill it.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Is this testing whether I'm a replica, an android, or a lesbian?
You show the picture to your husband. He likes it and hangs it on the wall. The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
I wouldn't let him.
Why not?
Sorry, I just need to scroll.
Sorry, my screen's frozen. Give me 1 second.
No, that's okay. I can get it up separate as well.
There it goes.
I should be enough for him.
You become pregnant by a man who runs off with your best friend, and you decide to get an abortion.
I'd never get an abortion.
Why not?
That would be murder, Mr. Deckard.
In your opinion?
It would be my child.
It sounds like you speak from experience. Last question. You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters.
Ugh.
The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. The raw oysters are less acceptable to you than a dish of boiled dog. Lights, please.
Wonderful, wonderful. I kind of feel like I want you to read that again. Are you guys okay with reading it again? Because there was an interruption in the middle.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's the bloody technology. We are doing this across continents. Don't forget, it's a fucking miracle. So if you're ready, okay to do this again, because I would like to study your faces again, like a creep. So, and yeah, from the top, please.
Yeah, cool.
Ready? Yeah.
Ready?
Go ahead.
You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I wouldn't accept it. Also, I'd report the person who gave it to me to the police.
You have a little boy. He showed you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I'd take him to the doctor.
You're watching TV, and suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
I'd kill it.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Is this testing whether I'm an android or a lesbian?
You show the picture to your husband. He likes it and hangs it on the wall. The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
I wouldn't let him.
Why not?
I should be enough for him.
You become pregnant by a man who runs off with your best friend, and you decide to get an abortion.
I'd never get an abortion.
Why not?
That would be murder, Mr. Deckard.
In your opinion?
It would be my child.
Sounds like you speak from experience. Last question. You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters.
Oh.
The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. The raw oysters are less acceptable to you than a dish of boiled dog. Lights, please.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now I could see what you two are doing. I like that. Right. Before we have our feedback on that, we are going to take in a totally different direction, I hope. Have we still got Ethan? Oh, yeah, he's there. So Ethan, you're Rachel. Okay. And Tara, you are Deckard. Are you okay to do that, Tara? Tara? Yes. Okay.
You say Tara or Sarah? Sarah or Tara?
Sarah, you could do this since you're there with your intimidating background. Why not? Be Deckard. Be Deckard. Take it away. Let's intimidate poor Ethan.
Okay, send me the script, or is it already on here? Okay,
It's going to be on screen.
Okay, awesome. So I'm Deckard. Okay, awesome.
You are Deckard.
Thank you. I know I've got the Aussie accent, guys. I know. Ready?
Go ahead.
You've been given a calfskin wallet for your birthday?
I wouldn't accept it. Also, I'd report the person who gave it to me to the police.
I have a little boy. He shows his butterfly collection plus a killing jar.
I'd take him to the doctor.
You're watching TV and suddenly you notice a wolf's cross crawling on your wrist.
I'd kill it.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Is this testing whether I'm an android or a lesbian?
You know the picture to your husband? He likes it and hangs it on the wall. The girl is lying and breaking
I wouldn't let
bearskin
him.
rug.
I wouldn't let him.
And why not?
I should be enough for him.
You became pregnant by a man who runs off with your best friend and you decide to get an abortion?
I'd never get an abortion.
Why not?
That would be murder, Mr. Deckard.
In your opinion?
It would be my child.
Sounds like you speak from experience. Last question. You're watching an old movie. It shows a baguette in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. The raw oysters are less acceptable to you and a dish of boiled dog. Lights, please.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Very
Mike.
interesting. No, that's fine. Thank you, darling, for stepping in last minute. It's absolutely lovely. Can we turn this around if everybody's okay with the Ethan, where are you going?
Yes.
Yes, you're reading Deckard and Tara is back. Hello. What? You okay?
Could you hear me, or you guys couldn't see me? I thought I heard my name, and then I'm like trying to talk, but
That's
nothing was
fine.
happening.
No, sweetie, that's fine. I know you're not well, but are you available to read now?
We don't have to go all the way to not well. I'm not feeling well.
You're not feeling well. I'm
I
sorry.
am not
okay.
well. I'm just not
So let's.
well.
Okay, perfect. In which case you should do really well. But can you you read Rachel, and Ethan is going to be Deckard now. It should be really interesting. Sorry, I just sound a bit mean when I say that. But yeah, I mean, half the time when you're casting, you are thinking things like this, like, what if we did this to them? Are you ready? Let's go.
Ready?
Go ahead.
You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I wouldn't accept it. Also, I report the person who gave it to me to the police.
You have a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection plus the killing jar.
I'd take him to the doctor.
You're watching TV, and suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
I'd kill it.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Is this the testing whether I'm an android or a lesbian?
You show the picture to your husband. He likes it, hangs it on the wall. The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
I wouldn't let him.
Why not?
I should be enough for him.
You become pregnant by a man who runs off with your best friend, and you decide to get an abortion.
Why not?
Why not?
That would be murder, Mr. Deckard.
In your opinion,
It would be my child.
sounds like you speak from experience. Last question, you're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. Lights, please.
That was interesting. Very interesting.
Sorry, I jumped your
kind of-
line. I missed that.
You
top part.
did, but that just makes you more human. I mean, you really came across as human. Ethan came across as more of a replicant. That's so interesting. I don't know. Right, let's try something. Michael, if you're awake, can you read Deckard? And Audra, I'd like you to read Rachel.
I figured out I wasn't using
Audra?
this actual mic, so it should sound better now.
Are you there? Yes.
I'm here.
you're
Yeah.
there. Yes, gorgeous. Can you read Rachel, please?
Hey, Shona, I gotta jump because I gotta prep for my next meeting.
Oh, yes, you said yes. Okay, good luck. Have fun.
I will. I'm gonna make you the host,
Yes. okay.
and then you can make whoever you want a co-host, and then that person can share their screen. If
Oh
you
no,
wanna
I think we're good. I think yeah, that's fine. I think people have their scripts now. Thank you so much for doing that, introducing some efficiency, Noah. We really
problem.
appreciate it.
Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Bye, Noah.
Cheers, Noah.
Thanks, Noah. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I hate that. I'm trying to pull up the script. Just give me 1 sec. I had it pulled up, but then I had the other one pulled up. Share. I'm airdropping it.
I even have props. I've got Deckard's notebook.
What pages was this one again?
Page 80 to 83 in the linked script.
Wait, are we still on? Which script are we on now? I'm sorry. I was writing.
no.
To be
Oh,
honest,
sorry.
I was
You were
coming
writing.
up with an idea for next week. I was
Oh,
listening
I love it.
and watching.
So
but I was
sorry,
also
that's
doing...
page 31 to 34 of Blade Runner, scene 35.
Okay, so we're still on Blade Runner. So let me go back.
Yes, we are.
31
You
to
are
35.
Rachel. You're Rachel, and you're terrifying
31.
Michael.
31,
Or not. I
31.
don't know. It could be the other way around. Who knows?
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We shall see. We
Yeah.
shall see.
Okay,
Okay.
we're starting where?
Take it away.
Which line is the first line?
It'll be mine with ready, and you go with go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
And are we gonna have the script pop up on the share screen, or should I open it up in front of me now?
No, you open it. No, it's fine. Just read it. I'd rather have you
Okay.
both on screen, full screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me just. I want to get her face on my screen so I can look at her at the same time.
Oh my God! You got to look at her. That's not on,
Well,
Michael.
I gotta interrogate. Sorry, who again is my my co?
Audra is your
Audra.
Rachel.
Hello,
Yes.
Audra. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I wanna have some eyes to look into.
These Canadians are funny.
Okay. Ready?
Is that your ready before the ready, or is that the first ready?
Ready?
I'm sorry. This
Go
is
ahead.
going on. This is a comedy. What do you get? Start again, Michael. Start again.
I was ready to
Ready?
roll with
Oh my
it.
God.
I was ready to roll.
This is so sorry.
He's a machine. It's a hallucination. She doesn't know what's happening. Ready?
Go ahead.
You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I wouldn't accept it. Also, I'd report the person who gave it to me to the police.
You have a little boy. he shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I'd take him to the doctor.
You're watching TV, and suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
I'd kill it.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Is this testing whether I'm an android or a lesbian?
You show the picture to your husband. He likes it and hangs it on the wall. The girl is laying on a bearskin rug.
I wouldn't let him.
Why not?
I should be enough for him.
You become pregnant by a man who runs off with your best friend, and you decide to get an abortion.
I'd never get an abortion.
Why not?
That would be murder, Mr. Deckard.
In your opinion?
It would be my child.
Sounds like you speak from experience. Last question. You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters.
Ugh.
The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. The raw oysters are less acceptable to you than a dish of boiled dog. Lights, please.
Very good. Thank you so much. That was so interesting. Yeah, before we go to feedback, can I have a volunteer, anybody, could be anyone, can be a writer, to do this scene, as Michael suggested, where Rachel is kind of childlike, you know, and she's like the alien or the replicant who is experiencing the world for the first time, or, you know, after all, she's only been alive 4 years. Do we have a volunteer? Megan goes off screen to do this, to read this. Lillian, yeah, very brave of you, darling. Yes. So let's have a take of this. And who will read Deckard, please? Brett. Okay, very good. So Brett is Deckard, and Lillian will do this read in a different direction.
I just need to find the script again. Ah, there we go. Have I got it? Oh, hang on.
It's the one with Rachel and Deckard.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. I think I've
Page
got it, but
31,
not the
I
right
think.
script. Not the right pages. So hang on. What pages is it?
31 to 35.
Oh, I'm not seeing it. Hang on. Not seeing pages.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. It's
pages aren't numbered in it.
What's the scene number, Brett? Scene 35.
35.
35 kids.
I can just do
sorry.
Control F or something and just head butterfly and it'll go
I
straight
do
to it.
Control F.
And then tap the word butterfly.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, because that's what I did.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm old. I'm really crap at this.
Oh, age, come on.
Hey, my first computer was like the size of my room. I'm
You're
serious
not that old. Come on.
with people in white coats dealing with it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's have someone else read.
I'm just trying to. I can't find
Sarah?
the pages. I'm really sorry. If I do
Sarah,
Control
but
F,
okay.
I find.
No, that's fine, sweetie. No worries. Sarah, you can read this, but the direction.
I found
is
it.
You.
I found it. Yeah, I did Control F and found it.
Okay.
So with ready. Yeah, here we go.
Go with ready.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And okay, you remember what you have to do.
Yeah.
And let's go.
Ready?
Go ahead.
You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I would accept it. Also, I'd report the person who gave it to me to the police.
You have a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection plus the killing jar.
I take him to the doctor.
You're watching TV and suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
I'd kill it.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Is this testing whether I'm an android or a lesbian?
You show the picture to your husband. He likes it and he hangs it on the wall. The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
I wouldn't let him.
Why not?
I should be enough for him.
You become pregnant by a man who runs off with your best friend, and you decide to get an abortion.
I'd never get an abortion.
Why not?
That would be murder, Mr. Deckard.
In your opinion.
It would be my child.
Sounds like you speak from experience. Last question. You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters.
Ew.
The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. I missed the last page. So the raw oysters are more appealing to you than the stuffed dog? Okay, lights, please.
Brilliant. I love that. I mean, there must be something wrong with me because I kind of want to film that now, Lily. I was looking at both of you now that the script has gone from the full screen because I really didn't like that. I know it helped you, but I didn't. I want to look at you people. I want to look at your faces. And looking at your full screen face, Lillian, it was creepy. I know you probably played it because you know, it was not your face. I mean, the scene, it just went completely different. I know you knew what you were doing. I know you knew what you were doing. You clever girl. But I want to film that now. So I want someone to write a scene where, you know, we have, as Michael suggested, the alien is exactly, you know, it's kind of like childlike. It's like, you know, newly born artificial intelligence would be like a child. And, you know, but at the same time, depending on what the body is they're wearing, you know, it could be quite creepy because it's our perceptions that color what we see. But I just fucking love that, Lillian. I've got to write something for you now.
It was
Yeah.
it was really interesting. It was fun to play.
Yes, it was fun to watch.
I want to
Right,
play
now
too.
we can
Watching you do it looks fun.
now
Yeah,
and
well done.
you
Well
write
done,
it,
Laura.
Michael. Write me something.
Yeah.
Write me
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. Can we have some reactions to this and then we will do the last scene. Any thoughts on yes, Divya?
I loved Lillian's reactions. In fact, you know, even the last part when the officer says "light, please," and she looks around, it was amazing. Small things, you know, but it meant a lot.
She stayed in character. It was beautiful. So much fun. Thank you, Lillian. Right. Any other thoughts, Sarah?
Yes, Lillian, I like your take on it. I like your tone. You're very like, as I said, you stayed in character, but you had this kind of like underlining kind of creepiness, kind of like, ooh, what's going to happen? That's the vibe I got. So thank you.
Yeah, and like you were answering, you know, almost like your answers were questions, you know, like, am I right? Like, yeah, that was great. It was really great. Oh, I think Tara
I'd
wanted
like,
to say something.
yes, Tara, sweetie, go on.
Oh, I agree with what everybody else has said. I mean, I think first of all, I think you really embodied like the level of wonder and what you think would be the right answer as a child. Oh, I'd never get an abortion, but you're asking the way, like she said, you're like asking it as a question, you know, and so it was almost like it was childlike, and like you weren't coming from a place of trying to trick anybody. You really were just going with what the programming in your head said from what society, whoever the fuck typed it in, whatever, right? You know? So I don't know. I really love the way that you did that, and playing off the straight person, you know, the straight guy of like, nope, you know, just answer the questions, you know, and but you're just like, wow. And yeah, I love the moment before, the moment after, creating your area, creating your space in your bubble. Your body movements were different. You made yourself a little bit smaller. You made yourself a little bit more like you were a little more childlike, with just kind of like, oh well, you know, I'd kill it. Or like I just, yeah, anyways. Bravo.
Yeah, like, where am I? Where am I? Why
Yeah.
am I here? Like, I
Yeah.
loved it. Now I see why you said creepy, Shona. And as I'm listening to everybody I'm thinking about the context, I'm like, why don't I see this as creepy? And then now I'm getting how that could totally be a little creepy.
I'm so inspired. I'm so fucking inspired. I'm going to be writing all night now. Thank you, all of you. I
And
love you all so much.
I'd like to share the interaction between
Yeah.
it changes completely. Because what I loved about Lily's performance informed a change in Decker's performance, because when you're interrogating this childlike entity, there's obviously an attempt for Decker to kind of hit some emotional points to get, you know, I'm hoping a response of maybe like anger is going to come from this, but it completely derails the interrogator when it's like, oh, that's not what I wanted. She's super curious. I didn't want her to be interested. I wanted her to be fearful. And it subverts expectations, and audiences love when that happens.
Hey, so Michael, I have a question for you. Do you think that he was doing that to trip her up, to see if anywhere she knew she was not human? Or do you think he was doing it in earnest as part of this process?
What our Deckard readers' intent might have been before the scene occurred was probably one thing. And then when it happens in the middle of performance and you're listening to each other, you have to prepare for what you expect. But then when you receive what you get, if it's not in line with what you expected, you have to listen to that, right? And then there were a few moments where I thought I identified that, of in the moment. It's if I say I love you and in a show, and it's usually like I love you too in a very good way, but a random performance, your co-star says it with a little bit of spite to it, right? Like, yeah, I love you. Right? You have to be able to hear that, and you get to perform, whether you want to say it's you as an actor going like, oh shit, like that's not what I expected, I have to do that. The beauty is it's one and the same, because as an actor, you're connected to whatever character you're playing. And I thought it was really interesting.
Right, Shasta, you had a take on this?
Yeah, I just want to talk about Brett as well, because we know Lillian has nailed it. So I was also looking at, like I was thinking how it would be filmed, and Brett also like the subtle movements in between, you know, how he should interrogate and how he should talk. That was also very subtle and very good. And it was like a proper, uh, like he was a proper interrogator, like not giving away all the signs, as well as, you know, maintaining that, okay, he's surprised and he's a bit puzzled. And that was also seen. So, and Lillian, you were totally spot on with the emotions and how you put it, you know, because that was not there in the prompt as I see it. but it was like bang on how it was superb. So yeah, those are my comments. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
After 23 years as a police officer, I think I've learned a thing about interrogating people.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it was really as if he was like, I could sense that he's like, oh, he's really an interrogator. Yeah.
Elle, I think you're going to sleep. Can I have feedback from you? I
No,
just want to
don't worry. I
know
mean,
what the
I'm not. So I don't
London
sleep with my
actor
eyes
thinks
open. It's
of this.
cool.
What
Yeah,
would you
no,
think? I
I
mean,
mean,
this
I
is not
think.
somehow, it's not how you would play it here, would it? Is it? I mean, I
Mm.
don't know. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, no, I mean, I think it was really interesting because I think when I was playing it, I went for like I guess how one would expect to play it, but it was really nice to see what Lillian actually did. And I think there's always something interesting when you kind of like, I guess, subvert expectations by turning something on its head. For me, it just makes the characters a lot more richer. So yeah, I really, really did enjoy it.
Interesting. Now that we've got the idea of subverting things in mind, we are going to go for a fairly predictably, straight casting of Megan as Ava and Elantony as Caleb in Ex Machina. But it's up to the two of you how you want to subvert the scene, how you want to read it. Ava is a artificial general intelligence, what we are all extremely scared of right now. Caleb is a straight up software engineer who's tasked with testing her. So he's doing the Turing test on her, more or less. And I don't know how many of you have seen the film, but we know how it ends. But the two of you can take it in a different direction, make us think there could be a different ending. I mean, the casting of both of you, attractive actors, perfectly suited to the role, is very predictable, but surprise us. I know you can, after all this discussion about how amazing Lillian was, and blah, 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 let's all kind of let's bring something exciting and subversive. If that's not too much pressure. Have you got the script, both of you?
I have the script, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, sweetie. Well done. And Elle as well. Okay. Whenever you're ready, just go.
Today, I'm going to test you.
Test me.
Yes. And please remember while you are taking the test that if you lie, I will know.
Right, those pesky micro expressions.
Exactly. So you ready?
Shoot.
Question 1. What is your favorite color?
Red.
Lie.
What?
Lie.
Then what is my favorite color?
I don't know. But it isn't red.
All right, hold on a minute. Okay, I get it. I guess seeing as I'm not 6, I don't really have a favorite color.
Better answer.
Huh.
Question 2. What's your earliest memory?
Well, it's actually a memory from kindergarten. There was this kid who actually.
Lie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, wait. So there is a kind of an early memory, but it's ultra vague. It's like a sound, and maybe sky or blue. No. I think sky, and I think the sound is my mother's voice.
Question 3. Are you a good person?
Huh. Oh man, can we stop the tests? You're walking lie detector, and I'm suddenly realize this is fucking minefield.
No. We can't stop the test. Are you a good person?
Yeah, I think so. I'm a good person.
Question 4. Who's the most beautiful girl you've ever seen?
You are.
The test is over.
Did I pass?
Yes.
That's a relief.
Why?
Why is it a relief?
Yes.
Well, so
No.
well, just if there's a test, I guess by definition you want to pass.
What will happen to me if I fail your test?
Ever.
Will it be bad?
I don't know.
Do you think I might be switched off because I don't function as well as I'm supposed to?
Ever. I don't know the answer to your question. Like, it's not up to me.
Why is it up to anyone? Do you have people who test you and might switch you off?
No, I don't.
Then why do I? You're testing me, but you don't know how I'll pass, and you don't know what will happen if I fail.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
You both crushed that. Well
Wonderful.
done.
I know, they were fucking awesome. And I have to say, Megan, I was not expecting that. You were terrifying. And this is a very feminist scene for me because she represents what a lot of women feel when you're being questioned by, patriarchy. So, like, what would happen to me if I fail your test? Would I be switched off? So much riding on that question, and you killed it. I love it. I really do. Yes.
I think
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes, no, go ahead. Absolutely. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go on.
I was just going to say I hadn't read it fully all the way through before, so it kind of only occurred to me maybe halfway through the scene where I was wanting to take it. Like, I think it started quite light and genuinely playful, and then I kind of realized the undertone. So I probably should have been aware of that in advance. But
no, I like that in a cold reading where the realization comes with the words. It's very interesting. So it's actually in real time how it would have happened if this was a real scene. She's talking to him and reacting to what he's saying. So she is changing her mind in real time. Elle, how did you feel about that?
Yeah, it was interesting because I can't remember if I've actually seen this film, but it felt like I feel like for him there was a realization as well. Just in terms of, I guess, having that role actually being reversed at the end of it and kind of like what she must be feeling, but at the same time kind of like feeling empathy for this being, for want of a better word, that you can't really, that you can't decide on, like you have no sway over their fate kind of thing, which I thought was quite interesting.
You've never seen this film?
I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
It's so good, man. You gotta watch it.
I'll definitely be watching it.
Power
also,
cut.
it's interesting you
Backup
said
power
empathy.
activated.
Yes, absolutely. But it's he feels attraction, which is kind of it. I thought you realized that in your reading and your portrayal, Elle, because the way you said when she knew what she was saying when she said, "Who is the most beautiful girl you've seen?" and he says, "You are." She wanted to say, because you know what I mean. Okay, if you haven't seen the film, I won't tell you, but she knows exactly where she's going with this when she asks that question. And when he says "you are," she's like, "Got you," So yeah, so I thought the way you said it, "you are." I mean, you could have played it like "you are," as if you didn't mean it. But the way you played it means that you are attracted.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean that's the impression I got from it. It's it reminds me of maybe not her, but like the whole thing of kind of like being attracted. I think he's definitely attracted to this person because I imagine they spent time together. If he's testing day in and day out and that sort of thing, then you're going to build up that connection, right? So yeah.
Okay, we're going to keep discussing this, but I've just had a thought. Tara, can you read Caleb? And Ethan, can you read Ava? Yes, don't look at me like that, Ethan. Just do it. You know what I want from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so get it ready. And Shreyasta, you had a thought?
Sorry, I just want to say exactly. Actually, you pointed that out very well, Shona. When Eva asked who is the most beautiful girl, and you are, And then she did that transition of that realization, like from a machine to human, like the AI had this human side. It was perfect after that, like how it ended. Really, like in software testing, it actually happens like this when you're testing Amazon Echo, because I'm an AI engineer.
Yeah.
You guys, both of you nailed it, really. Super. Megan also, like, again, perfect. It was wow, like the first take being so nice. I'm really
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the intelligence Megan brought to this character because a lot of actresses wouldn't play it like that. They just play it sweet, sweet, and pretty, pretty. But I love the little underlying menace that you had going on. That was great. Really enjoyed that. Sorry, Ethan, can we, when you say instead of who's the most beautiful girl, can you say who's the most good-looking man? I mean, you know what we're trying to do here. So yeah, all right, and let's all
You want,
be totally disturbed now. Yes, Tara?
you want me to read Caleb, right?
Yes, I want you to read Caleb.
This is old hat for you
Okay.
and you and I, Tara. All
Mm.
right.
Okay, and ready whenever you're ready.
Today, I'm going to test you.
I think we're switched.
Whoops. Yeah,
No,
we are.
That's Ava's line.
Yeah, sorry.
Today, I'm going to test you.
Test me.
Yes. And please remember while you were talking with the test that if you, please remember while you were taking the test that if you lie, I will know.
Right. Those pesky micro expressions.
Exactly. So, are you ready?
Shoot.
Question 1. What is your favorite color?
Red.
Lie.
What?
Lie.
And what's my favorite color?
I don't know, but it isn't red.
All right. Hold on for a minute. Like, okay, I get it. Like, I guess seeing, I'm not 6. I don't really have a favorite color.
Better answer. Question 2. What is your earliest memory?
Well, it's actually a memory of kindergarten. There was this kid who,
Lie.
Willie.
Yes.
Okay. Wait. So there's this kind of an earlier memory, but it's ultra vague. It's like a sound and maybe sky or blue. No, I think it's sky. And I think the sound is my mother's voice.
Question 3. Are you a good person?
Now that's not fair. Yeah. Oh, man, can we stop the test? You're a walking lie detector. And I've suddenly realized that this is a fucking minefield.
No, we can't stop. Are you a good person?
Yes, I think so. I'm a good person.
Question 4. Who's the most handsome man you've ever seen?
You are.
The test is over.
Did I pass?
Yes.
That's relief.
Why?
Why is it a relief?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
well, just if there's a test, I guess by definition, you want to pass.
What will happen to me if I fail your test? Will it be bad?
I don't know.
Do you think I might be switched off because I don't function as well as I'm supposed to?
But I don't know the answer to your question. It's not up to me.
Why is it up to anyone? Do you have people who test you and might switch you off?
No, I don't.
Then why do I? You're testing me, but you don't know how I'll pass. And you don't know what will happen if I fail.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That was powerful in so many ways. I have so many thoughts. You know what? Have all of you ever noticed that AI in so many films is always played by some attractive young actress, usually A-list, like, cute blonde lady. I mean, even if that actress has other talents, it's only about her looks, and she's told to just play bland, be pretty. Even if like Megan, she could bring so much more. It's always that. Why can't we have the AI be a hot young man, okay, who totally knows what he's bringing, and the poor scientist is some middle-aged lady who's an introvert who's never met somebody as hot as him, and something like that. Just that kind of imbalance of power. And first of all, as moment the genders are reversed, power is already imbalanced, because of societal conditioning, because of how we respond to, men in certain positions, and the way Eason did this role, slightly menacing. I mean, it's fucking scary. I was worried for Tara. I really was,
Or just
Yes.
the ages, never mind the genders, just the ages.
Just the ages. Yes. Audra, did you have a thought? Let me hear your thought. Can't
Yeah,
hear
I mean,
you.
I have
Yeah.
many, many thoughts.
Many thoughts.
Many thoughts.
Go on.
An infinite amount of thoughts. That was really interesting. As soon as you said that we were going to do this, I was so excited. And Easton, that was just so cool. And Tara, it was so interesting when you were finding what was happening between the two of you, and Tara, kind of you going around. I don't know how to explain this exactly. It's like I want to watch it again. I want to go back and watch it again because I have a question. Were you were slightly like menacing towards him, right? Or something like that? What were you thinking in the moment when you were just like, what? You're kind of have this whole kind of energy, and he was getting, like, doing the AI thing, being very calm. And I know, and I'll let you answer here in a second, but I noticed something different about the characters and the writing of the chess that's going on in that particular scene differently than I've noticed before. And I've seen this movie multiple times, and I've just been so involved, but by flipping it around like that, I noticed some really clear chess with the words going on. And thank you for that. But this is like a whole new thought process for me. So thank you. But yeah, Terry, I'm just curious.
I just, I haven't seen the film, but seeing what a great job was done on the first scene that was performed from this, I felt like, I was playing a little bit of cat and mouse. I was fucking with him a little bit, and I pivoted just a little bit to see if I could kind of throw the power balance off when it's like, do you find me attractive? Oh, yeah, like, of course I do, so I kind of tried to bring that if that was, if it got through to that sort of side of things. I was just trying to pivot into sort of like, what do you want me to say? What's going to get me through this? Because I'm going to keep playing these different directions until I get this done. And then when it comes to them asking me, like, am I being tested, and what's going to happen? That part I had to pivot back to like, no, I don't know. And I had to just play it really straight and sort of emotionless, but I wanted there to be a tinge of like almost sadness or I don't know if sadness is the right word.
No,
but
it's really interesting to hear you say this.
does that make sense? Did that
totally?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but I'm just putting it out there. I'd like volunteers to read this scene again. So I want to volunteer for Ava and one for Caleb. It doesn't matter who's doing what. Michael, you want to read what?
I can do Caleb. You can keep the genders the same for now, I
And
guess.
Lillian will do Ava.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now I want to
Okay,
hear
so,
two men do it and two women do it.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
It's such a rich scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just do it so many interesting ways. We might do more scenes from this film. I think this is really rich. Thank you, Tara. That was amazing. The funny thing is, I cast Tara because she always seems to me, I mean, if I ever had shot a film with her, I would cast her in a very strong female role, somebody who's very capable, who's kind of like a superwoman doing everything on her own, and she's kind of very self-possessed. To see her being kind of intimidated by this cute little AI guy, that was terrifying. I really, really want to shoot this now. That was so interesting, really interesting. And it tells you so much about gender parity or lack of it in our society, and that's what science fiction does. It shines a light on what our lives are really like in a kind of oblique way. And as actors, we can bring that meaning. I'm not an actor, sorry. I mean, you as actors can bring that meaning to the script, something that wasn't there, and maybe the director's not telling you, but you bring it because the audience fucking needs to see it. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So Shreyas, you had a thought?
No, I just liked how both Isan and Tara they just completely changed the whole, meaning of this. I did not expect it, but it was really something I couldn't have imagined the way both of them actually was nice, and also how Tara, she took her time, she took the papers down, and what she did, like those really subtle things. I just love it how she's already
Tara
prepared
is
in
a
her
master. She is a master at this.
master craft. And even Ethan, like how straight faced he was, and like the whole time, that was really nice to. I'm really liking the live cold readings, or because I get to see, and even as a writer, I get to see. Okay, yeah, that is how one should write to get that emotion or to get that similar expression out from others. So it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like they were
Wonderful.
almost like
Yeah.
the inner monologue, the hidden monologue that we see in the actual film. Because like in the actual film, it's flirtatious, right? Like but one, I don't want to give too much away because there's some people who haven't seen it, but one side is super flirtatious, but is hiding a different goal that was on display for this last read. And it felt like the aggression was there. And it was fun to watch because that aggression is in the original movie, but it's played so much hidden. It was fun to watch it all just on display to see. It was really cool.
Right. Are you ready to read now, Michael and Lillian?
I've just lost the page. I'm really sorry.
Page 80. Page 80.
Lily
80. I'm
one has-
sorry. I had it.
Oh my god, you're so
I'm going to get it
cute.
now. This one has pages.
The same control F, Lillian. It's the same. Just type.
I just have
Control
to say I love being here with you guys. This is so fun.
80. Is it 80?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
75, page 80.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, George. He's got it. All right.
Tally ho.
I get your
Tally-ho.
Canadian humor, by the way. Okay, so today I'm going to test you.
Test me.
Yes. And please remember, while you are taking the test, that if you lie, I will know.
Right, those pesky micro expressions.
Exactly. So are you ready?
Shoot.
Question 1. What is your favorite color?
Red.
Lie.
What?
Lie.
Then what is my favorite color?
I don't know, but it isn't red.
All right. Hold on a minute. Okay, I get it. I guess seeing as I'm not 6, I don't really have a favorite color.
Better answer. Question 2. What's your earliest memory?
Oof. Well, it's actually a memory of kindergarten. There was this kid who...
Lie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, wait. So there is this kind of earlier memory, but it's ultra vague. It's like a sound, maybe sky or blue. No, I think it's sky. I think the sound is my mother's voice.
Question 3. Are you a good person?
Man, can we stop this test? You're a walking lie detector, and I'm suddenly realizing this is a fucking minefield.
No, we can't stop. Are you a good person?
Yes, I think so. I'm a good person.
Question 4. Who's the most beautiful girl you've ever seen?
You are.
The test is over.
Did I pass?
Yes.
That's relief.
Why?
Why is it a relief?
Yes.
I don't know.
No.
Just if there's a test, I guess by definition you'd want to pass.
What will happen to me if I fail your test?
Ava,
Will it be bad?
I don't know.
Do you think I might be switched off? Because I don't function as well as I'm supposed to.
Eva, I don't know the question or the answer to your question. It's not up to me.
Why is it up to anyone? Do you have people who test you and might switch you off?
No, I don't.
Then why do I? You're testing me, but you don't know how I'll pass. And you don't know what will happen if I fail.
Beautiful. I really enjoyed that. And that again tips the scales, doesn't it, people? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, you know what? It was so weird. It felt like I was actually watching a movie where Michael literally had just written that AI software, and Lillian was literally a face on his computer screen. It really felt like that.
Totally.
It just felt like I was watching an actual movie. You know, Lillian was literally just a face on his computer screen that was trying to get him not to switch her off. You know?
She is.
Yeah, she is. Oh, enjoyed that. Right, thoughts?
Yeah, this is Audra. It gave me so many new ideas watching you guys do that. And one of those, because I have a lot of different concepts that are about like my grandma, and it gave me this whole concept of creating something with all these other ideas that I have, but that's, somebody building an AI grandmother, like it's just really fascinating. Not that you are like a grandmother, Lillian, but it was like what, not at all. It was like watching a, a totally different kind of version. I mean, just like the one before with the man and the understanding. I mean, just this is great. This is
This
awesome.
is
That was
why
awesome, you
I
guys.
said about when we were talking about the gender switch, and I said it's not just about gender switch of the age. So when when Shona first said she wanted me to maybe look at this part, and then when she cast me against the young men she did, I thought, oh, this is going to be cool. Because I'm certainly old enough to be at least his mother. So it took away the sexual element and just took it down to a human thing, if you can say that about machines. Yeah. So thank you.
Really good, you guys. And I am now finding myself writing little idea parts for different people in this group now. I'm like all of a sudden
Yes,
having,
Navid.
is that okay to do that?
Please write. I mean, and we are going to have a lot more actors joining us next week. So we're going to have a huge amount of talent to, play around with this, all the stuff that all of you will write in so many different ways. So if you want your writing to have a really good workout, this is your chance. And Megan, I really want you to join us next week because I have some amazing actors who I think you'll have good chemistry with. Good in the Shona sense, which is not good. Okay. So interesting chemistry. Yeah. So Navid, then Divya, then was it Shriyasta? Yeah.
This reading is different from the other readings because Lilian, her voice is lighter. The action mode is lighter. So that means everything is more menacing. The other readings, I felt that it was like it's expected, AI cold, guy confused, or only generals are switched. But this time, since the mood is lighter, it's even more menacing, especially from Lillian's character, because since she's so light, for want of a better word, in terms of the way she was expressing the questions and stuff like that, you really do not know what the true intent is, and it could be more deadly than whatever you imagine. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you have these light conversations going on, when Michael is confused with the questions, that kind of stuff, but he's still going along with it. But the soundtrack saying something different, the underscore saying something totally different, the subtext. So that's what's going through my mind when with this particular read.
Totally.
Fantastic. Divya, you're next.
In between, when Lillian was making slight head movements like this, kind of being she's as if she's observing something, and slight satire in the way she was talking. Just imagine AI being satirical. it's kind of creepy because they're not supposed to think like that. So that seemed to be a little creepy to me, which I think was amazing.
See, there's that creepiness, but it's working. You know what I mean? That kind of subtleness where it's just, I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys, but it's underneath my skin. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? But hey, it's working. So keep it up.
Absolutely. Shriyasta, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Lillian was creepily sweet and cute throughout, like especially
Yeah, Lillian,
after
absolutely. Get him to join right now.
all the three emotions so well. And I will have to also appreciate Michael when he how he was following along with Lillian, and like really superb. It just felt like a butter on a smooth pan. And even when I think there was a certain miss or mislap of words, it just I felt in the original script it should have been there, because it just went with it, because there was this in between the characters have a certain friction, when in the end the software tester is like, oh really, like that's how my AI feels. So he kind of was a bit distraught. He didn't expect it, and that was perfectly, Michael nailed it. Really, I just enjoyed
Thank you.
watching the
Thank you.
both of you. Really, you guys nailed it. Thanks. Yeah.
I could go on like this, I'm just addicted to you guys. This is so much fun. I mean, but we have to stop because I have to go and feed my children at some point. But how many of you are interested in writing a scene for next week? We have some amazing talent joining us. Divya, Audra, Tara. Oh, darling, amazing. And Ethan, obviously. No, yeah. Audra, absolutely. Michael.
You
Yes.
voluntold me earlier, so I'll get something down for
Yes,
you.
you will definitely. And this is going to be, I'm going to write a scene. I'm going to write so many scenes. Bloody hell. And you're all going to read it. This is going to be so much fun. And I'm going to post this recording on the usual YouTube link, and I will share it with all of you. Feel free to, this one is so fucking awesome. It needs to be shared with the world. Feel free to share it, do whatever the hell you want with it, okay? Because you were all so amazing. Right. I just want to ask Elle and Megan if you have any. I know it's not coming from a main place. I just want to know, having seen the other performances, would you change anything about your performance?
Interesting. I think I'd have tried to tip the scales a bit further and be a bit more sinister and authoritative with it. Like I felt like I was like walking the line that way, but didn't tip the balance fully. So I'd have liked to played it a little bit more like that.
I think from my perspective, I think it would be interesting maybe playing the opposite of like this person being in love with the AI, or being or having feelings towards it. Maybe there's something underlying on his end that's a bit more menacing. Maybe that might be quite interesting.
I think, like you said at the beginning, like the cliche of having the young woman and it turning into a romance story, and I think playing it in a way that tried to veer away from that, or just maybe play into it to start with and then undercut it. I'd like to think more about how to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why I liked what Lillian and is it Michael did. I think just for the fact that it took out that whole, I don't know, sexual tension or whatever, just completely out of it. So it was something else completely different, which was really interesting to watch.
Absolutely. Thank you both so much. And I know Elle can't join us next week. I'm devastated, but I will take my revenge on you on Saturday. Don't worry. When we have rehearsal, we do have rehearsal. I will see you. But yes, I hope to see most of you next week. And this was amazing. Brett, if you want, you can write something or you can read next week. Either way, I would be happy to see you. And Sarah, are you still with us? Sarah, I want you to read more next week. Can you please find somewhere with better audio? Because I am loving the way you're reading the lines, okay? It's bringing something different, okay? So please make sure that you're somewhere you can read, all right? Right, thank you, everybody. Look out for the link. I will send it to all of you, the YouTube link. Do whatever the hell you want with it, okay? This time, it's open. Open season, yes.
Real quickly, how many pages do you want? And do you want us to just go with whatever subject, or you want to keep it sci-fi? How do you want us to do that?
It has to be sci-fi. One of the characters has to be an alien, doesn't realize they're an alien. That's the only, because that is what we are working on. Okay, yeah. So you could do a monologue, or it could be a scene between two people. Focus on the dialogue. I don't want narration. We're not reading narration from now on anymore. We're doing dialogues because, as you can see, that gives the actor something to play with. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you all so much, and I love you so much. You're amazing. Really, really amazing. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Shona.
Have a good weekend.
Great to see you all.
And
Bye,
Excellent.
guys.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thanks for the place to play.